Boss.
Nice one, nice one. We are live. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to, obviously, Weekly Waffle. It's been, about 2 weeks since the last stream, about 3 weeks since, obviously, me and Hass, the double Turkish trouble, have been in town. Obviously, Hass been globetrotting. He's obviously going to talk to us about his travels and what he's seen, what he's picked up, if anything, not spoiling anything. But yeah, last week, New Year settings, obviously just getting things in place for content and everything else. I thought, you know what, instead of me doing a sort of half-assed stream and a short one as well, let me just take the sort of time off to work on the channel and everything else. But Hass, let's start with you, bro. I know you look like you're about to rob a bank. Did you rob anything over there? Did you cop? How's the holiday? And yeah, man, how was it, bro?
Bro, I don't know about robbing anyone, but I probably got robbed myself, the amount of money I spent. But yeah, man, you know what? I can't lie. It was good to get away from the cold weather back here in the UK. And boy, Miami's just different kettle, innit? I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah, we're going to talk about what I got up to in Miami in a bit more detail with regards to like shoes and stuff like that. But yeah, it was great, man. And I think we've been away from the pod for about 2 or 3 weeks now. So I think we was like due to have another little catch up, another little pod session. Yeah. But yeah, man, it is crazy out there. And I got back today and it was blitz. I was wearing 3 layers compared to nothing in Miami. It's just crazy, man. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's watching the pod again. Shout out to everyone returning. Yeah, man, there's been a lot going on. Can't wait to hear what people have been up to, what you've been up to.
Yeah, man. Bro, you came back, I'd say, at the right time because, bro, it's been like freezing. It's been frosted over. I don't know about London, but up north in Manchester, it was literally like grass all white and snowy and everything else. It's sort of melted now, so it's not as cold and stuff, which is good. Bro, how's the weather though, man? Was it hot over there or what?
Yeah, the weather was banging, man. It weren't too hot. It was sort of like in 25, 26 degrees range, nice. But it was just nice, when sometimes you go to another country and it's just like 35 degrees and you just can't be asked to do anything. Honestly, it's crazy, man. But yeah, it was such a good trip, and it's good to get away like for New Year's as well, because as soon as New Year's is done in the UK, it's just dross after that. It's just like, back to the daily grind. So it's nice to sort of phase out the first 2 weeks of January away in the States. So yeah, man, it's really good.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Even like you said, the first 2 weeks, it's just brain fog, because you're trying to get back into the swing of things. Everyone's miserable because their holidays are over and everything. So yeah, it's a great shout to go away. Obviously, Happy New Year to everyone. If I haven't said it already, obviously I have in videos and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I mean, I think we'll start off with pickups, bro. Did you manage to smuggle anything over? Like, how did it work, man? Obviously, I've got the scoop, but tell the people.
Yeah, so obviously went to the fancy places and all that, where you can buy pairs with, ultra markups on there. There was some interesting stuff there. But I talk you through the first one I managed to get, and they turned out to be Peters in Miami. So it was none other than the shoes which brother Erkin mentioned a few weeks back now that he was going to try and pick up, which of course is the Air Force One Stash collaboration. Now these, honestly, it weren't in the picture to actually go for these when I went for the 95s, because I'm not really that AF1 guy. So I went for the 95, completely left these out. But when I went out to Miami, I stopped off at the Kith store, and these were sitting there. And I was like, do you know what? Let me just have a look, try it on feet. And as soon as I put it on feet, I thought comfortable. They look great. Honestly, they look much better than what people give them credit for. So managed to pick up what happened to be the last size in my size, 8.5 UK. So it's meant to be, it was waiting for me there. And and I got these, I think, about £20 under retail from the Kith store in Miami.
Nice.
Because they add on tax there as well. So it was $140. It was, I bought it for about 122 in sterling. So great pickup. As you can see, look, the soles are like 30 at the moment. They've just been getting beaten up in Miami, but I love them, honestly. And wherever I went with these people, like, oh man, like, yo, that was a great Air Force Ones, you know, a stash collaboration, this, that, and the other. And nah, honestly, if anyone's thinking about buying these, don't think, just go for them. The ripstop material on the toe box means that they're going to hold up pretty well. There is a slight little sort of crease there, but it's not noticeable, honestly. The blue, the vibrant blue, just hits different as well. It looks great on that sort of brown paneling. It's really nice, that nubuck sort of suede going across, and then you've got nice bits of sort of fake leather for the swoosh and everything else. But generally, bro, these are honestly a must cop for me anyway, if I knew what I know now.
Sorry, how's the sizing on those? Were they like traditional Air Force sizing, or?
Yeah, just go true to size or even a size down.
Okay, because I heard
go like half a size down if you want that more snug fit. I went true to size and it's not tight at all. So I could have gone half a size down and it would have been okay. But these in my size, perfect comfort level, I would say easily 8 out of 10. Everyone knows Air Force Ones, you know, the comfort and everything else. But honestly, with a pair of jeans, with a pair of baggy sort of fit tracksuit bottoms or anything like that, they are perfect, man. Honestly, I had them on today when I was coming back as well. They are that good that I've literally just put everything to one side and I was just wearing these out there.
Bro, you got to show them what you showed me on WhatsApp, the box.
The box. Yeah, I'll have to get the box out for you.
Okay.
The box is at the back. I will show you guys what I did with the box, because obviously coming from the States, like space is limited. It's quantities that you can bring back is going to be limited. So what I did was I squashed the box, deconstructed it, and put it into my suitcase. And when I got back, I put it together. So I will show you the end result of my box. But you've got to be a bit savvy with what you can take back and how you can take it back, sort of thing. So yeah, man, the Air Force One stash is, if it is it a buy or a buy? I would say it's definitely a buy, 100%. Broski, I'm sure I'm not going to get to the chlorophyll levels, right? I'm going to be giving you an earache every week until you get these in hand.
Yeah. But I've been keeping an eye. And the thing is, there are certain websites where they've got all these massive sales and everything else, but these are stubborn. I think because of the stash name and collab, they're not hitting the sales just yet. I mean, there was, who was it? I think it was a few where they've got like a massive sale there. I think they're based in Germany. I think it's a few.
Yeah, a few is in Germany, yeah.
Yeah. So they've got them for like £100. But then again, I don't know if it's worth the risk of trying to order them and then they add tax or duties afterwards, and then it's just retail after that.
The risk. I will do a bit of research beforehand, but I'm pretty sure because the Paranoia's Air Force Ones went down in price as well. Now that was a collaboration as well, of course. We all know there are, you know, people that love the Paranoias out there. Popular collaboration as well. It was a retro, as we know, and they come down in price. So I'm sure these will come down in price at some point. And to be honest, I was sort of on your boat as well, sort of thinking they might come down in price in January. I'll go for them. But when I saw the price in Kith, I thought, well, I'm getting these like almost £20 cheaper anyway. So I'm going to buy a pair. And it turned out to be a good buy because I actually love the pair. They grew on me and I've had them on most days they're not, to be honest.
Nice, man. So yeah, Seamus was asking actually, did you get the leaflet with it or?
Bro, I didn't get the leaflet, man. I was going. I did look for the leaflet in there. What I did get was a massive dent on top of the box though, so I wasn't happy about that.
Yeah.
I was the last pair, so I didn't say nothing. And you know, I was walking around in Kith, and it's quite fancy in there. I didn't want to sort of be that guy that's like, oh, do you know what? Can you get me another box, or can you
Sneaker Karen?
yeah, like, or can you sort of put the price down a bit or this, that? I didn't want to seem like that, so I just put that one on the chin. But the leaflet wasn't in there. I think the leaflet was mostly for those that managed to cop when Stash was in
The
concept.
concepts, yeah.
I did ask the guys. They said a couple of weeks ago he was there doing signings and stuff, so I missed that obviously. But yeah, and we'll get into concepts in a bit anyway.
Yeah, nice, man. I guess we'll go pickup for pickup. I've actually got on the way. They should be here tomorrow. My first pair of Asics. Yeah, I know, shock horror, but it's a pair of Gel Keanu 14s. I never thought I'd be saying this, but I paid resale for a pair of Asics. It's the metallic plums, basically. This was like the one that sell it all off. And, you know, last year, I think it was not too much over retail. I got them from like 165, which was pretty decent. I mean, for what they're going for at the minute, it's just a shoe I wanted to try. And if I don't really like them, I could always like sell them on or whatever. Obviously for the channel too, but it's one of those shoes where I've always kept my eye on, and it's just about the right colorway, or, you know, just waiting for myself to pull the trigger. Also, I've got a pair of New Balance 1000s. For those who follow me on Instagram, you may have seen the green pair that I put up on my story. That's basically the one I've ordered to get in. And also the Air Max 90 Volt Gore-Tex. Just want to try that shoe out as well, similar to the infrareds, but I might keep this one. Just depends on how the sizing is and stuff. Because bro, Volt, me and Volt, you know, it's synonymous at this point. But
Special relationship, you and Volt, bro.
Exactly, man. Neon and Volt, bro. It's a match made in heaven, man. But yeah, those are my three that I've got on the way. I'm more excited about the Asics, bro, and I never thought I'd be saying that. But yeah, here we are, 2025. Anything else, bro, you picked up? Or
yeah, firstly, I want to congratulate you on the runner's vibe, man. Like you finally hit that, you know, trail like everyone else. So look, I'm sure you're gonna like it. It's been one of those years. Like last year, everyone's just on that trend at the moment. But a great pair. So congrats to you. First of all, before I show you my next pair, I'm gonna say a big thank you to Kill Switch, who's in the chat, because I don't know what I was probably chilling out there or something, and I get a message from Kill Switch. Bro, New Balance has just released collaboration with Concepts. Obviously, he must have known I was going to go to Concepts. And when I checked it, I was like, bang, yeah, need to get down to Concepts straight away. So that same day, went to Concepts. New Balance released the collaboration with Concepts on their 740s. And they released two of these shoes. One was the Signee, which is based on a type of like wine or something like that. It's like light colored pink wine. And the other one is the Brute, which is the ones that I've gone for. So these are the New Balance 740 Concepts collaboration.
Lovely.
This one here. And yeah, just a great pair, man. Honestly, really, really impressed with these. I haven't had New Balances for years. I do apologize because it's quite bright in here. I'm going to sort out the lighting for you guys, but yeah, these are great. Honestly, the color tones, you got that sort of moss green sort of. If anyone's ever had Brute before, it's like cheap sort of champagne, and this is what that is based on Brute. And then it's got this really cool sort of orange hit on the tongue. You can see it there.
That's lovely, man.
Then, yeah, it's got like a sort of almost that golden color that you get from like the drink itself, like champagne on the tongue, like a label there. I mean, the soles, nothing special really, but yeah, just really, really nice pair, man. It's the simplicity of it is what I liked. And then if I could show you inside the insoles, it's like cork. So it's made out of cork material. I don't know if you.
Oh, nice! Yeah.
So that's obviously a nod to the cork on top of the bottle. So that's another nice little touch there. So as far as I know, I've checked everywhere, and these are US exclusive. So the pickup was only from Concept Store in Miami, and the other Concept stores around the world. And I think there's only 4 or 5, and online concepts only. So not available in the UK at the moment, although I believe the pink pair might be headed to the UK, because I think Killswitch can vouch for me. I think he's going for the pink pair, I believe. But bro, the Comfort, I wore these out on a night out in Miami, and the Comfort, great. You know, it's not one of their biggest. 740s aren't really the most hyped pair that New Balance do. But these really, really nice. I would 100% vouch for anyone who can find a pair of these to go for these. You know, the comfort level, if anything else, is superb. And for me, the color tones just work with what I like to wear, my kind of clothes.
Yeah, loud, man, loud. Very nice.
But yeah, you know, one thing I do want to do with these is try and like orange laces as well. These come with 2 laces, so they come with a lighter green and like a more neon green we've got on here. Yeah, just really nice, man. So I managed to pick these up. It was, I believe, $120 out there. So
wow, okay,
£102 I paid.
Yeah, nice.
And yeah, they're US exclusive, I suppose. So yeah, these are the other pickups I got. So yeah, really,
Lovely, man.
really impressed. And it's kind of weird, bro, that we both sort of went and picked up runners this week. You know? And it's not really a typical vibe, but I really do like these. And on feet, they were really nice. You know, my wife was like, I wasn't sure before, but now you got them on feet, that actually look all right, you know. So you got to give them a chance sometimes. And yeah, Killswitch just mentioned can only cop the pink one on the site still, and the ones that I have are more limited. So just a little bit of snippet of news for you. There's, I think, only 1 or 2 sizes of each left on StockX, I believe, and eBay as well. I've got another 8.5 in my size. So yeah, it's pretty much gone out there.
Nice, man. Do you know what, bro? You smashed it, because you got what, 2 collabs out there. I know you could get the stash over here without any trouble, really, but there's something different when you're abroad and you see a shoe that's definitely under retail, but also that's a part of that sort of culture. Like in America, obviously, stash is like one of the goats. Do you know what I mean? Even here, to be fair, but it's just different, man. And obviously with the New Balance, the concepts, they're a loud shoe, bro. And you and I are definitely in that sort of category in terms of loud shoes, head turning, all the rest of it, man. So yeah, they definitely
it's a snappy
cracking everything. Just go through the comments quickly. Snake 6 mentions about the Atmos Keanu 14s. I've just had a look at them briefly, and they look nuts. A bit nuts on the resale as well, but bro, I think in my head it's gonna be one of many in terms of these Keanu 14s, man, that I've got, because for me it's all about the comfort at the minute, do you know what I mean, and the rest of it. But at the same time, bro, I think the right collab as well, it's going to get a lot more people involved, like whatever shoe it is. So yeah, these are pretty cool, man. I mean, they glow in the dark as well. I'm going to try and find a picture. So it's these ones basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Snake 6, bro, you're spot on. They look amazing, even without the glowy stuff. But you can tell from the midsole, it's actually speckled, which is mental, you know? So that's kind of cool. But yeah, just going back to the comments, where are you? Killswitch, yeah, look even better in hand hast with your concepts. Friars, what's happening, bro? Kudela, what's up? What's happening? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Kudela.
Oh, it's got a good question here. Mikhail, what you're rocking for daily beaters in 2025? Oh, that's a good question. At the minute, I haven't got like one sneaker to batter or as a beater. I've kind of made a promise to myself to wear like at least try anyway, wear a different shoe every single time I go out, just because one, I'm downsizing the collection anyway. So any shoes I haven't worn or aren't wearing, they're going out. And the ones I am wearing, they need to be worn, bro, because I've got a pair of True Blue Frees, and because they haven't been that much that active, I should say, they're starting to crack, and I don't want that to happen with any of my shoes, man. How about you, Has, bro? Any shoe that's...
Well, bro, so far there's been two. Okay, so obviously I mentioned the Air Force Ones, the Stash. They've been the most worn for me in 2025.
Oh yeah,
because I've been out, I haven't managed to change my rotation or anything, so the Air Force Ones have been the most worn. But close second to those were the actual Air Max 1 Powerwalls.
I remember
a lot of wear, like during the day. It just had that Miami vibe, and it was just so comfortable as well, you know. And those for me were like second in terms of daily beaters. Really comfortable. I think those ones were also the big bubble as well. So yeah, really good shoes as beat. But I can imagine this year is going to be, again, it's going to be very hard to topple the Vomero Japans for me. Just a great shoe, man, and I'm going to get a lot of wear out of those as well. But you know, who knows? With the way me and Erkin's going, you know, we might be adding more runners soon. So you know, who knows?
I won't be too mad at that, man. Honestly, Daniel, what's happening from Camden? Big up Camden, bro. I do miss London, can't lie. But Daniel's asking, Fear of God collabs thoughts. Bro, do you know what? I think I speak for a lot of people where I'm just like, which one's which, you know, like they all look the same, man, at this point. I think I'm more interested in the new Yeezy kind of sneaker thing that he's sort of teased or released or whatever. We'll have a quick look at that. It's like, I won't say slipper. Is it a slipper? What would you call this?
It's like sliders, but really basic.
It's
like the grip looks basic on the soles as well. You know, it's just ridges. There's nothing to it. There's no sort of technology behind it. So if you're looking for something like a Yeezy slide or anything like that, you're not going to get the same level of comfort, I believe. From the photos, I can't see these being really comfortable to wear. But at that price range, we're led to believe they're $20 each. I'm not expecting maximum comfort. But in fact, these might turn out to be something that you would enjoy, Erkin, in that you like to have like slip-ons just to do things around the house or just outside the house. These may be good for that. They're cheap. You can use it. You can throw it away after a couple of months, and you're not going to bat an eyelid. So
it looks simple, man.
Maybe he's onto something, bro. Maybe he's onto something. You don't know.
You never know, because he did say at one point with the 350s, once upon a time, he wanted to make them as cheap as he could, so everyone had them. Now, obviously, he's very restricted to what he does because he was with Adidas and everything else. So there was only so much, I guess, he could do with pricing. Now, if we are sort of going ahead with the price, $20, I think it was. If that is the case, then obviously he's got enough money with music, first and foremost, and obviously Yeezy brand as a whole. So I guess he could afford to do things like this on his own terms. And look, as much as I've given Kanye stick in the past and praised him at the same time, if he does things like this and it works in terms of things you actually want to wear, not those flipping sock tight things that he did release first, I think people are going to flock to these, bro. Like, hype aside, name aside, if it's cheap, if it's got somewhat I guess a name brand to it, which is obviously Yeezy, then why not, man? I'm here for it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Pretty cool. he's got the name behind him. You know, we all know obviously, you know, the departure of Kanye, Yeezy from Adidas and everything else, but Kanye's still got the name behind him to pull off things like this. It's my opinion. You know, he knows that anyone else releasing these, you just think, you know what, it's just like a Shoe Zone special. You know, but the fact that it's Kanye, it's going to have that hype around it. It's going to be like, you know what, Kanye's released these shoes, they're affordable, this, and it's always going to have that attention. So you know, you can't criticize the man. He always said, I want to make shoes affordable and attainable. So we can't really, complain about these.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. So, has there been anything before we move on? Anything else you picked up in terms of like sneakers, merch, anything else?
Yeah, do you know what? I've done a little run to the Nike outlet in Dolphin, Miami, and although there wasn't much there, I think there was only one royal blue Air Max 1, which I wasn't really interested in at the time. I did come away with about 10 garments for about $110, so it was all good.
Nice.
I mean, I think the discounts they had were discounted t-shirts plus another 40% off the discount.
Oof.
So I'll let you do the maths on how cheap the t-shirts and stuff were.
Yeah.
And I suppose me being like bright and loud, I think this is one of the better cops that I had, which is
man,
it's sort of like a rain jacket with a hood, yellow in color if you want to look like Bumblebee. But this I got for like £26, £26, sorry, £26.
At least 70 quid over here.
And the original price was $130, so about 110 quid.
Crazy, bro, crazy.
So, yeah, that was a great pickup.
And obviously, we don't pay tax on stuff out there, isn't it?
So you don't pay tax. Your limit is £390 that you can take back. Anything over that, then you start paying tax.
Okay,
that's what I looked up. So it's all good. But once you take the labels off and stuff, no one's going to say anything unless you bring in back, a boatload of shoes in boxes and stuff. Then they might have something to say about that. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah, cool, man. Obviously, this is a Tuesday. We would be doing it yesterday on a Monday, but we had to wait an extra day for Hass. We're glad to have him back. Bringing that energy. We've missed you, bro. Do you know what I mean? All the pickups and everything else, all the waffle. Just to mention, there is an event we are looking to go to. Well, I've got my tickets. Hass has got his tickets, so it's definitely happening. As far as we know, if the event happens, obviously it should be. And it's in Walthamstow, isn't it?
E17. Both myself and Erkin got history in E17. Although I wasn't born there or anything, but a lot of my time was spent in E17. So it'd be like a bit of a reunion for both of us, to be honest. But yeah E17, Walthamstow.
Yeah, East London for those who aren't from the UK. Walthamstow, yeah, man. I mean, I moved to that city or place when I was about 8 years old. Stayed there until I was like, 23, 24. So lived a big chunk of my life in that city or town, I should say. Yeah, man, it's a great sort of full circle moment going there for a sneaker event. Obviously, it's kicks and coffee. What I am going to do in the description of this video, I'm going to leave a link to the event. I'm not associated with them, not affiliated. It's just trying to support sneaker conventions like this, because there's not enough good ones. And this one, I feel like with Kicks and Coffee, as far as I've seen and whoever I've spoken to that's been, it's very like community based, very homely. It's not as loud and as sweaty and whatever else as some of the bigger conventions. And with the tickets, they're not as expensive and you get a free coffee. So I'm all here for that one. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Kicks and Coffee, either search them up on Instagram or check later on in the link of this video, the description. I'll put a link there. And yeah, man, just hit us up if you want to come with us, if you want to meet us there, whatever. We're definitely going. We're going to be trying to get some sort of content out there, whether it is just quick fires with people or a vlog or all of the above. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, just to mention that we're definitely going to be there. It's in February.
Bring your best kicks as well. Yeah, February 16th. Bring your best kicks. We'll probably end up doing what's on foot as well.
Yeah.
Try and get what people are wearing and stuff. But yeah, man, not even your best kicks. It could be something that's that means something to you. A pair of kicks that means something to you. Whatever, man. Events like this for me, I think people need to be as expressive as they want to be. You can go there, feel comfortable in what you wear and what you're comfortable in. So yeah, man, it'd be interesting to see what people have, the stories people have. We like to hear a lot of stories from people. I always find it interesting how people got into sneaker culture. There's always a good story out there, man.
That's it, man. And the fact that it's in East London, makes it even sweeter. I know they did the previous one there as well. They did ask me to be on the panel where you're sort of presenting with people talking about different topics in the sneaker community. But at the time, I had a bit of stuff going on. Obviously, little Broski was almost here and stuff like that, so I couldn't make it. But yeah, I'm not going there in any affiliation. I'm literally just paying my ticket, turning up, getting some content where I can. Try and speak to the guy that runs it, Joe, as well. He's a really cool guy. And yeah, man, we'll just have a vibe, man. That's what it's all about at these conventions. Obviously, America has been doing it for donkey's years at this point. And UK, man, we've been churning out things like this, which is pretty cool. What we're going to do now, though, bro, talk about a couple shoes that have been in the pipeline that has come out. I think we'll start off with, I guess, the biggest release so far, the Jordan 3 Black Cats, bro. Talk to me, man, because I know you were a fan of these before. And a few people in the chat, I believe, well, on Discord anyway, did actually go for them. Yeah, what are you thinking about these, bro? Are you going for them, or are you just admiring from afar?
Well, first of all, initial take on these were, you know what, Black Cats, I might be up for this, but I went to Flight Club out in Miami. Those that don't know Flight Club, it's been on many YouTube shows and stuff. It's a massive place where people go and trade their shoes and things like that. They received a shipment, early release shipment over there of the Black Cat 3s on actual release day over here. But their release day is on the 17th, I believe, so it's not released over there yet. And the markup was like $450, and I was like, $450, like, it's crazy. What's going on here? But they were like, you know, it's an early release. Obviously, with places like Flight Club, you know, people will pay that sort of money. But managed to get a good close up. You know, picked up the shoe, had a look. Yes, nice. But for me, I come back to what Erkin was saying about that sort of patent leather on the shoe. It just didn't sit right with me. It didn't. For me, I think if it was like, you know, nubuck all across, or even just like nice bit of leather, you know, going across there, but not patent though. It just, for me, looked a bit too, you know, I can just imagine quite a lot of school kids wearing these, that sort of vibe. You know, they'll be on a lot of school kids' feet over the next few weeks and stuff. But, you know, that's not the main reason. I'm not that thing, you know, but it's just the patent leather didn't sit right with me. And I didn't go for him in the end. But nice enough shoe. There's a lot of people. I heard it sold out here. So I don't know if there's going to be a restock or anything for anyone that wants a pair of these. But for me, I'd rather hold out for a J4 Black Cat if it's going to stay true to the original iteration. So if they retro that, I would more than likely go for those over these. But, you know, these just weren't for me, bro. And I think you're sort of on a similar boat to me.
Yeah, no, 100%. I echo that, because even before, I know it's very nitpicky, you can swap them out, but like the laces, I get it, Black Cat and everything else. It's like a leopard print, but in black. I just don't know. It's just, when I've made a sort of promise to myself, like 2025, as much as I'm doing content and whatever, I have to be very picky what I want to get on the channel and what I want to keep, especially for the collection. If I don't love it straight away, I'm not really that bothered. And yeah, man, this year it's going to be a crazy one. Like, all the stuff that's coming out, we've seen the samples sort of pop back up from the Fragment Jordan 3. If I can get those up, the sort of reverse Fragment, which is someone was saying they look like Michael Jackson shoes, but yeah, these are sort of popping up as well. And I won't lie, I'm not that I'm hoping for them, but if they do come out, then yeah, bro, I'd rather these all day long. Someone told me bowling shoes. Someone said obviously Michael Jackson. But bro, I don't know what it is. There's something about them that works for me, man. I don't know what it is.
I think that white panel going across gives it that bit of pop.
Yeah.
And I think just because and the heel tab as well works really nice with the Nike Air there, you know.
Yeah.
There's obviously there's always going to be a nice contrast between black and white. I think these are quite nice, you know. I would probably consider these, but again, I'm not sure, man. I'm on the fence with these. I think if they added a dash of blue onto this,
Oh, yeah.
like let's say the Nike Air on the heel tab, if they had it in blue, along with a couple of other little stitchings and stuff like that, these would really set it off, sort of thing. So yeah, I think I can see why people are saying what they're saying, but
yeah. I think for me, I really like the white pair, the original, the OG. But what really put me off was the oxidization to the back of the heel counter. Now, I went to a resale shop in the Trafford Centre last weekend. I think they're called Origin Kicks, I think. Bro, crazy prices. I just got to say that. I don't know what they're doing over there. But yeah, prices are crazy. But what I say that to say, like, I picked up a pair of them and the back is all green, bro. And some people say, oh, I like it and da-da-da. But it doesn't look, it just looks way off. Do you know what I mean? And for a shoe of that caliber, there was a reason why over time, like it wasn't sort of put on that pedestal of like one of the best collabs ever kind of thing. Like it's a great shoe. It's a great collab. I love them. It's just that pull tab, the heel tab it just ruins the whole thing, man. But yeah, let's wait and see, bro. These definitely are going to be on the radar. And I know it's going to be a Marmite shoe because of it, the contrast and stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, these could easily be a daily beater. That's for sure, man. I know.
Bro, I mean, you could wear these with a tux, maybe,
Yeah, exactly, man. Just start moonwalking with them on. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know out in the States, people wear 11s, the black and white, with the pattern.
Yeah.
They wear it with suits, bro. And I got to say, it looks okay. So, it's not. It's not
they call it the cap and gowns, isn't it? The Jordan 11s.
And again, they are releasing the cap and gown this year. So they're retroing those this year.
Yeah, that's it, man. So I think over time, people would probably grow to like this shoe. But yeah, man, let's see. There was another couple shoes that I did write down that we spoke about. Oh, just checking the scores quickly. Yeah, a shoe that we actually go on, bro.
Sorry, just quickly. Cordella just mentioned about the Jordan 12 flu games. I do like the 12 series in the Jordan lineup. I do like the 12. The 12 flu game in the States, I couldn't believe this. They actually got 12s, the flu games, with cleats underneath them. So
I saw that. Yeah.
Football shoes, bro. I was like, oh my God, I never knew this existed. Like, should I have known it existed? I don't know, but it's crazy. But just to answer your question in general, Cordella, I do like the 12s. I like the 11s as well. And I like the 9s as well. But yeah, cool shoes. Flu games are like one of the most iconic shoes in the lineup, so
yeah, I think in terms of 12s, that's the one I think that stands out to most people. Even if you're like me, you're not a fan of 12s, or not a fan, but you haven't sort of gravitated to it like a lot of other Jordans. That's the sort of colorway of. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, pretty cool, man. Another comment from Kate. She's saying, what's your thoughts about the Jordan 5 Black Metallic reimagined? Must cop for me. Do you know what? It's funny because the little shorts video I did with the Bread 4 reimagined, in terms of the lace swap, someone commented saying, oh, you didn't want to wait for the 5s. And I found that hilarious because with the lace swap, they look near enough identical. Like, it's mad. But yeah, not for me.
I've seen the Air Max 90s coming out. I think it's based on like NASCAR or something, or race cars. It's got like it's got like cord material. It looks quite decent. And obviously you being a 90 fan as much as me, or more than me, more so. I think they look quite cool. Yeah,
man. I think that I do think with the 90s, well, this year and just going forward, they have to switch it up, bro, because even though we've had cool iterations to the 90s, you know, like the drifts and Futuras and so on and so on, they have to start doing better. Like the Air Max 1 got a lot of love a couple of years ago, obviously 95s at this point, TNs now. Yeah, it's about time they brought back the OGs or like the really cool pairs like the Warhawks. Obviously, we know Patter's coming with some heat as well, so that's going to be very interesting. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the Jordan 5 Black Metallics, bro?
I think they're great. I'm not a huge 5 fan, if I'm being honest, but you know, the whole color palette and everything else, it looks true to what it was. So yeah, for me, again, these shoes are iconic in their own right, and they've got a sort, you know, 5s have always had that 90s feel for me. So I've got a soft spot. I'm not the biggest fan, but I do like these. I like the cool tones on the midsole, you know, the bit where it's got like the
translucent bit.
Yeah, the translucent bit.
Yeah.
I think the spiky bits were always there to represent like the wheel spin or something on a car. I believe that's what it was. But yeah, these look good, man. A little lace swap, I'm thinking they'd look amazing. But yeah,
they're
but
cool.
These aren't even retros. They're reimagined, so they do look a bit
different.
I wonder what the main differences are between these and the original Black Metallics.
Yeah, thing is, bro, with 5s, it's always the tongue that puts me off. I don't know if it's a shoe that may look better on me on foot, but it's never been a shoe I've gravitated to. Very similar to the 6 as well. Like the tongues have always put me off a lot, man. But yeah, still very cool. Obviously, like Has said, it's a reimagining to one of the most iconic colorways, you know, of the shoe as well. So yeah, man, pretty cool. Kudela saying Smooth Criminal Freeze, talking about the fragment sample.
That could work as a title for the shoes. Yeah, that's quite cool.
That's it. Alex is saying, even as a huge Jordan 3 fan, these black cats didn't do it for me. The paint and leather and the laces just aren't wearable. When you add the sheer volume of heat drop in this year, easy decision. Yeah, I honestly, we're same page, bro. Same page.
Nail on the head for me anyway, because I said this from last year, bro. I said it. I'm gonna have to be really selective with what I'm buying this year.
Yeah,
you know, there's gonna be a bit of buying and selling to make way for other stuff. This year, you know, the vaults opened up this year, so there's a lot of things that I personally, you know, would want to go for over the J3 Black Cats.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's kind of like what I said earlier. Like if it doesn't wow you, or if you haven't had a certain shoe sort of on the grail list or hit list for a while, it's kind of like I can live without this year kind of thing. Because, bro, I did a top 10 upcoming sneaker list. Obviously, go watch that if you can. But limiting it to 10 was nuts. Like I had to give a couple honorable mentions, but as soon as I put that video live, instantly there's about 4 or 5 other sneakers. I was like, how did I miss that out? Or how did I not think of that shoe kind of thing? So yeah, this year is going to be nuts, bro. So Fryer's saying, well, the Ma Maniere Jordan 3s sit, which is very good in terms of discussion, man. Let's talk. We spoke about this a couple months ago at this point. The diffused blue with Ma Maniere. It was obviously rumors at that point. Sample, well, not even like stock pictures. It was kind of like mock-ups, I guess. And obviously from what we've seen, as opposed to those images, there has been some slight changes in terms of there's more black on the shoe or anthracite, I guess, compared to the images. But yeah, Has, bro, talk to me, man. I spoke about these a little bit already in the top 10s because this made the list. But let's get some pictures up in here. Yeah, man, talk to me, bro. What are you saying?
Yeah, I like him. Gives me that Wizards vibe. You know, the J3 Wizards.
Yeah, okay.
You know, it's got that sort of same color tone. Obviously, the elephant print isn't as pronounced on these as it is on the Wizards, but I like it, man. I think, you know, obviously you got that sort of aged midsole on these as well, which what Ma Maniere really likes to do on their shoes. We had it with the last J3s. I just find it refreshing that they're trying something different here. They're doing something different with the blue color scheme.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm a fan of these. I like the heel tab. I like the blue Nike Air.
Lovely. Yeah.
On that heel tab. I just think it looks really nice, man. This is one of the pairs. I think we spoke about it last year as well. This is one of the pairs that I'd love to go for when they're released.
Yeah, man. Chat, let us know about these. Are you feeling them? Are you kind of like Ma Maniere Jordan 3 played out at this point? Because this would be the third one. We've had this sort of theory, and we spoke about it again before, but could this be 3 out of 4 in terms of the Jordan 3 from Ma Maniere, in terms of not kind of like retroing, but like rehashing the OG colorways? Because obviously the OG white one was like a bit similar to the white cements if you kind of look deep into it. Obviously the black pair last year, black cements kind of vibe. These ones, very similar-ish, I guess. Obviously a lot has changed, but the true blues, you know, whether we do get the retro of the true blues this year as well would make sense, because we had last year the black cements, the year before that white cement reimagined, the year before that was the fire reds. Now the only one left is the true blues. So yeah, it's going to be interesting with this pair, how people perceive this. For me, bro, this is definitely on the hit list, bro, because it's not a part of the While You Were Sleeping pack and whatever we had previously. It's on its own thing. You can see by the box, you can see by the messages behind the heel tab, which is so cool.
Nice. I mean, you've got the quilted sock liner, you've got the quilted insole.
Yeah.
You know, with Ma Maniere, they always go that little extra mile, you know. And things just look great. The color tone is great, you know. I'd like to see them do this color tone on a Jordan 4. And I think that would really set things off the scale. If they released this as a pack with the J4, I think sky's the limit, man. Because the last J4 they did, while you were sleeping, although it did okay, it didn't do great. But I think these would do much better with, you know, the different color tone.
Do you know what as well? I'm just thinking, like, if you had this colorway in a Jordan 4, it would look mental, because it's all leather. And obviously the previous J4 Ma Maniere we had, it kind of took away how good the shoe looked because of the material. It's kind of like, what would you call it? Nubuck, or it's basically that material where if you look at it, it gets dirty, bro. You don't even have to step out the house. It's kind of scary. So if you go from that to this sort of color block or material block, I would say, amazing, bro. Like, imagine that leather, and this leather looks good. Like, you can see the wrinkles even sort of just here. Do you know what I mean? That looks amazing.
It's almost tumbled. Like, it's really, really nice. But we know, you know, look, Ma Maniere premium, that's what they're about. Like with the Whilst You Were Sleeping pair that I got, I mean, those are premium for me as well. You know, the leather that they used on that, amazing. And it seems they've done the same with this as well, exactly the same, just changed up the colors. But yeah, these are a must for me. It's definitely in my selection list.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree, bro. Like, as soon as I saw a lot of these images, I was sold even more. Like, and even just from when we spoke about it beforehand, when you just sort of see the mock-up images, I was like, yep, that's me, man. Because for me, not that I didn't go for them, but I didn't get the OG white Jordan 3 with Ma Maniere. And yes, prices may have come down to a more affordable one, but it's still not what I want to pay, bro. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it looks like an amazing shoe, bro. Another sort of sneaker we're going to move on to, though, which is an Air Max sneaker. One that's kind of been not made popular, but like made more popular by a certain Kimberly Kardashian. This sneaker, bro, is kind of like a cult classic, but now it might be a bit more than that, just because, you know, obviously her influence and everything else. We know when she posted it, the laces were choking them ankles, bro. I don't know if you remember her picture. I don't know if I can get it.
Who doesn't remember the picture, bro? Come on.
Oh, bro, yeah, I can't really talk too much. There's kids watching, but yeah, the way her, if you guys can see her
I'm
laces.
talking about the shoes, bro. I'm not
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
anything
yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah. Same. Let me go in this picture 1 second. Yeah, if you guys can see how she's laced up her. Oh, what is going on? Oh, come on, guys. Allow ads. Yep. Yeah, if you guys can see how tight her shoes are, bro, it's criminal. It is absolutely criminal. But yeah, obviously she posted up pictures with her wearing this shoe. It made it super mad to get on the resale market at that point. Obviously, during that time, it weren't like it weren't 95 fever. It wasn't at its lowest, obviously, but it wasn't as hype as it's been, I'd say, since last year. You know, because 2024 was definitely a year of the 95. And yeah, it looks like Nike are giving us the pink foams again, which is very cool. I believe these came out in 2020, this pink foam, the last retro. So yeah, that's cool, man. She posted out a picture in 2022, it says. So yeah, 2 years later, it kind of boomed the market. Yeah, man, such a clean colorway, bro. And I can see these, even though obviously you're not the biggest 95 guy, you've got a few. But this speaks to me like a shoe you'd go for, bro. Am I right?
Yeah, you know, if it's one thing about me, I'm never scared to go for the pink tones or anything. I do like these. I do like them. I just prefer the pink to be a little bit more deep, like with the
Okay.
Huff Air Max, Air Max ones, for example, the pink Pal, the pink on that, or the Cortez, the pink ones. You know,
Yeah.
the
That
pink
sort
on
of
that.
neon pink kind of vibe.
Yeah, it's that neon pink sort of vibe. You know, these are a bit too light in color, but I do appreciate it because it works with the overall gradient of the shoe. You know, you've got the light grays gradually getting a bit darker, lighter. It works really well for what the shoe is. So for me, they're really cool, but I'm definitely not going to prioritize these over some of the stuff coming out later this year. You know, Kim K again, you know, she's, what can I say? She's not
It is what it
one
is.
that I follow religiously or holds any sort of significance for me per se, but there will be people out there that appreciate her, what she stands for, maybe followed their career, followed her TV career, whatever.
Yeah.
May want a pair of these as well. They're nice, but for me, I'm definitely going to prioritize other pairs over this. And if they do go down in price, which I don't think they'll sort of go down, or you know, they'll sit because of who she is. So yeah, I mean, already from the chat we can see loads of people are going to go for these, but just
Yeah.
not for me this year.
Yeah, just go into the comments. Ali G, big up.
Right?
All right. Obviously, Hass is wearing the colors as well they used to wear. But yeah, no, I haven't heard anything about the Air Max BW. Let's search it up because from what I can remember, it's been a while since we've had the BW's retro, bro. Like,
Yeah, it has been a hot minute.
yeah, when was the last retro? Was it 2021? I want to say 2020, 2021. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was because it was like an anniversary and stuff like that. But yeah, nothing on the horizon as much as I want there to be. You know, there's nothing sort of talking, no talks about it basically. Nothing recently anyway. But yeah, that's like my first ever Air Max as a kid, bro. So if that ever comes back, I'll be happy, man. Just going through the comments very quickly. Feeling I cannot. Is that Spanish? Someone translate that for us, please. Google Translate. Seamus is saying those pink 95s are a must-cut for me. Yeah, man, they're pretty cool. They are pretty cool. The thing is, they're muted, but they're still like, oh, the OG gradient's nice and everything else. So let's see, man. Everyone's saying definite cop. Kill switch, must cop.
I mean, look, for me, I know that the neon's coming out this year.
Yeah.
The neon's coming out this year. So that is the absolute must cop for me. You know, if it's over these or the neons, it's going to be the neons, which is what I'm holding out for. Now, there has been a lot of clues and a lot of posts from some of the big outlets and companies over the last few days regarding the 95 neons. So that tells me it's in the pipeline. It's coming this year.
Yeah, man. And another Air Max that we are going to speak about is one that's been basically released everywhere else apart from the UK, it feels like. But it's the Hyper Blues, man. We did see, if I can actually go to Instagram. Where's my Instagram? 1 second. Yeah, there was
something on those.
That's what I was going to look at, actually. Cool. Can't lie, man. Did you see it? Or
yeah, we saw it. They look great. It just brought me back to the early 2000s, man.
Yeah, look at even that. I need that lollipop, bro. Not that
lollipop. Oh my god, yeah. This advert was so cool.
Even the trackies, bro. Like, oh
yeah, everything down to a T.
Wow. Oh, look at them.
Yeah. They got it unlocked.
So cool, man. So cool. And okay, 23rd of Jan. I'm liking that. So we've got a release date.
Or the week after, I think.
What's today? The 14th. Yeah, 14th. So 9 days.
Yeah, next week. That's next week.
Man. Well, 23rd is 9 days, no? So it'll be the week after.
It's already Tuesday today. So it'll be next week. Next week, Friday or Saturday.
We've got to talk though, because for those who haven't seen it, a Jossie, Sneaker Jossie, big up to him. Love him to bits. He's got him in early. He's obviously over in Korea. And he spoke about a couple things where it's pretty interesting. Basically, the gradient on the new pair, I'm trying to find a picture. Right. So look, we'll shout out his video. Go watch his video, obviously. But as you can see, if I can get some B-roll shots of him holding it up. Yeah. So as you can see, it's a lot more lighter than, the previous, past couple retros, I'd say. So it's less blue. It's definitely more muted. It's definitely more white. But from what I've seen and from what I've heard from a lot of people, this is how the OG was in 98. Now, obviously, I wasn't collecting back then. I was like, 5 years old? So I won't really know. And obviously, OG TN heads or OG MX heads or whoever can probably vouch for it. But I just found it interesting that they've changed the gradients, even from the pimentos from last year and the voltage purple. They've changed them drastically, whether it is more color or less color in the Hyper Blues case. Is this one you're going for, Hass, or is it just one of those, who just can love from afar?
Yeah. I might have, do you know what? I might have to go for these because they just bring back so many memories, especially from when they were retro in early 2000s as well. The hype around these were crazy. I remember everyone wearing a pair of these. Yeah, man, these got sentimental values for me, so I will probably go for these next week if I can get a pair. Yeah. There are other pairs. I'm waiting for the right SB Dunks to come out. I'm anticipating that coming out over the next week or two. So that is one that I need to get. And I was going to mention the Supreme Dunks, but Jamie's mentioned it in the chat because I think they're releasing 4 or 5 different pairs. So that's going to be another, the Supreme Dunks are going to be a must cop. But yeah, certainly these, the colors look great. The gradient looks great. The shoe just, I haven't got many TNs in the collection at the moment. So, I could really set it off again with a pair of these.
Yeah, I think for me, it would be rude not to complete the pack of the latest retros to the OG colorways. Now, back in the day, when the TNs first came about, it was a Foot Locker exclusive. So it's kind of cool. Well, it is cool to see how Foot Locker are pushing the TN again. It's kind of like saying again, bringing it full circle. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, man, I mean, hopefully there's going to be more to go around than there is, demand for it, because I don't know, the last 2, we've seen the pimentos recently go on sale for like 110, 120 quid. Voltage purples, I think they sold out, to be fair, but it was an eventual thing. Hyper Blues, though, I do think, if I can speak for most TN heads, like, this is the one above all else that people are waiting for. So yeah, man, let's see. Tez is saying though, favorite TN is the Spider-Man joints. They are cool, man.
Whoa.
They are cool. Very cool. Right, Kane saying these are the worst retro of the hyper blue in my opinion. The fade ain't fading. Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. It's definitely a lot whiter than a lot of people. Right, I'm gonna take this off because there's too much lolly licking in my opinion. Pause. But yeah, I definitely I can see that, man. I can see that. And the thing is, what Nike are smart at doing, and a lot of retailers, they'll defo sort of push up the saturation in the pictures to not make it look how it looks in real life. That's why I wanted to show you Jossie's pictures, B-roll, because they are definitely noticeable if you're comparing it obviously to the past iterations and stuff. But yeah, either way, we're defo going to be going for them. It's just a matter of like, because it's first, I'm definitely getting them, but my eyes are sort of set on the 95 neon greens. Yeah, that's just the one. You know, there's just one sneaker in the year that's been announced beforehand that everything else can not take a back seat, but that's just the one you're looking forward to the most. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's basically next up for me in terms of personal collection. Okay, so we're going to talk about Lorenzo OG.
We've got to that point.
New Balance. In fact, let's go onto his Instagram. Yeah, because bro, obviously I had the scoop beforehand. I can't say who told me, but I knew what sneaker it was. Well, not what sneaker it was, but what brand it was, and know what's happening in terms of the event and stuff. There's going to be an event on the 18th, and from what I know,
18th, it
should be not an easy cop, but an easier cop compared to the 95s. So yeah, this is basically what it is. 860 V2s. Obviously, the signature Lorenz color, the fade, the blend, the gradient, whatever you want to call it, man. Yeah, this is doing it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Has, talk to me, bro. As loud as these are, can you get too loud for you, or is this the right amount? Chat to me. Has, are you there, bro? Hello. I think these are too loud for Hass. I think he's bugging out. His internet's back to normal, ladies and gents. Oh, I think we got you. We got you back. Have we got you back? 1 second. Yeah, I think, yeah, you're back now. You're back. Yeah, talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, these are the right levels now. Now we're talking levels. Okay, shout out to Lorenz. Bro, this is just hitting every single note for me. Hit every single note, even down to the fact that it's been dubbed like edition. Give that photography. I love coming down to the end of the day. You got the nice dust colors and stuff like that. This gives me that vibe as well. It's amazing, man. The gradients, the blending of the colors, the whole thing together so beautifully. And then
that's that internet, bro. Oh man, that Turkish internet, bro.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I've been away for 2 weeks. Obviously, we haven't paid the bill or something. Must be the case. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it looks all right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm just saying everything just marries together so beautifully. Like even down to, both shoes are like sort of mismatched. So on one of them you got like the orange tongue, the other one you got the purple, pink tongue. It's just that natural sort of, the gradient sort of going from one color to another, and then you've got the silver sort of linings, cutting through in between. Bro, this is, you've got to give the man his props. He's done well, and on such a popular silhouette. Well, it's crazy, man. I'm loving these, honestly.
Yeah. So Seamus is saying, Hass internet worse than the bin collections at Christmas. Keep waiting for it to happen. Kill switch. So in terms of releasing, from what I've heard, It's going to be a sort of event, you know, on the 18th. I can't say too much, but just keep it locked to his Instagram. Obviously, more information will appear. But yeah, it's going to be probably around central London, I'm guessing, from what I've heard as well. It's going to be one of those, I think, ticket vibes, you know, like you get a ticket, you go to this location, you do this, you do that. But
that's old school vibes. Old school.
Yeah, man. Compared to the 95, though, that release, I think with the chocolate bar and stuff, this is going to be better. This is going to be a lot more, not organized, but better in terms of chances to get. So yeah, man, as far as I know, that's the vibe on the release and stuff like that. I won't be making it down, unfortunately, but I know a few people who are going and they're trying to go to obviously get the shoes. But yeah, get content about the day and stuff like that, which is, it should be cool, man. In terms of New Balance, it's great to see like Lorenzo, I should say, do something different to the 95, because I feel like with certain collaborators, you get kind of stuck on the same brands. Now, obviously contracts are different, whether it is just a one shoe deal thing or whatever. But it's great to see that he's not boxing himself in. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that's a bad thing if you do. Like, obviously, Cortez, for example, it's not a bad thing, but it's great in terms of your portfolio, what people want in their collection too. They may want different shoes, not just Nike and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, it's great, bro. I mean, the marketing's pretty cool too. There was like a video of this geezer playing PS5. I can't forward it, so you just have to watch him just waffle on the phone and stuff. But yeah, very similar vibes to not Cortez, but kind of at the same time in terms of the marketing, the events, and all that sort of thing. And bro, if you guys have watched Prozek's interview with him, just talk it, like seeing him talk and stuff like that, you can tell he's a very humble guy, very down to earth. And he's one of our own, man. Do you know what I mean? He's one of the UK's sort of leading collaborator with brands at the minute. Kate's saying, no, the New Balance Lorenzo are fire. It's a shame they won't be obtainable. Look, if you don't enter the, what's that saying? If you don't buy the ticket, you're not going to win the lottery kind of vibe. So if you can get there, obviously try your luck, you know, try your luck. Kudel is saying the sunset gradient is fire. Yeah, I agree.
Amazing.
I agree, man. Yeah, let's see though. Let's see how it goes. Obviously, I don't know about retail, if they are going to be released in terms of retail shops and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's stuff like this that kind of sets it apart. You know, the marketing, the messages and stuff. Oh man.
I think, New Balance is sort of going through the phase that Nike did initially all those years ago, you know, just limiting the pairs and creating that buzz and that hype, because I do get it in a way, you know, if you end up sort of mass producing, it just loses its appeal, loses its magic, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it, you know, making something, you know, widely obtainable sometimes is to the detriment of what people want and what the company wants, you know.
Yeah.
So this just keeps that magic alive. It keeps Lorenzo on a certain pedestal as well, because people will want, now looking at this, people will want to know what Lorenzo's next project is going to be.
Exactly.
What's he going to do next? Okay, I couldn't get this pair, but I'm going to go for the next one. I'm going to go for the next one. And for me, you know, that's what it is. It's about the buzz of trying to get that pair, you know. And yeah, this is amazing. Like Lorenzo for me is like, he's like the color master, you know, the mix master. He's the mix master, you know. He knows what he's doing with his gradients.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, it's so simple, but it just works how he does it. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that, well, with the 95s as well, again, going back to the interview with Prozek, like what he does is literally buys GRs technically. Well, that's how he started anyway. He buys the GRs, whether it's a white color or whatever, and then he'll just put his own spin on it. Do you know what I mean? But what's mental, like if you even go back to the 95s, Hass has left us for a second. He even puts the gradient inside the air unit, bro. Like, how do you do that? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, this, I believe, was the Top Boy release. I think this was the Top Boy one. Summer House, yeah, Summer House one. So this was the Top Boy made for the cast, I believe, from what I remember. But for, obviously, if you guys don't know about Top Boy, it's a show based in UK. Sully Deshane, you know, bit of a bad boy hood kind of show, which, fun fact, was actually filmed in my mum's, well, opposite my mum's local Lidl. There's like a cafe where a lot of the scenes are filmed, and that's the Lidl is just opposite. I think you can see it from some of the scenes. So yeah, that's the Lidl I always used to take her. So it's funny, man. But yeah, pretty much what he's known for, bro. Like, he's got Salomons, he's done work for Virgil, you know, all these sort of colorways that he's done. Obviously A6 as well, he's done stuff with. Like, man, this geezer. Oh, Hass is back here. 1 second. Hass, you back, yeah?
I'm back, bro. I'm back. I just paid the bill. It's all good now.
The direct debit went through. Yeah, it's all good. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, just talking about his sort of catalog and what he's done with Nike, obviously A6, what he's done for Virgil as well. I think he's done work for Drake too. Like, he's done like a custom thing for them, for him, rather.
Wouldn't surprise me, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's just awesome, and he's only going to get better, you know. And he's got his own unique style, you know. You know what you're getting with Lorenzo.
Yeah.
You know, sort of like when you look at Ma Maniere, like we mentioned, you know what you're getting, that premium vibe. With Lorenzo, you know what you're getting. You know, you're getting that color combos, you're getting that hit. You know, you're getting.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Lorenzo, man, smashing it.
Yeah, that's it, man. Killswitch saying putting coins in his internet meter, popping it in the router. But yeah, that's basically what's what with Lorenzo and New Balance on the 860 version 2s. Just obviously follow him, keep it locked on his profile and stuff like that. But yeah, what we're going to do, what I did speak about on the live stream on my own, I did, where I did mention a segment I did want to introduce, and it's kind of like the nostalgia retro segment. And this time we're going to talk about films. Like, what films did we enjoy growing up? What was like you know, there's like certain events that happen in your life as a kid, like the first thing you always remember, whether it is your first pair of sneakers or whatever like that. But this time I want to talk about like the first film you remember as a kid, or the first film that made you feel something, or just sit back and be like, wow, like, what have I just watched, in a good way? Do you know what I mean? Hasbro, do you know what? Whilst you talk about it, bro, I'm going to go get the VHS that I've got of this film, the original VHS I've got as a kid. Just bear with me, bro. Yeah, but tell the people about the sort of the film that you remember growing up, man. Give me 2 secs.
Yeah, for me, look, I'm gonna go a bit way back because I got a couple of years on Erkin, but for me it was probably Goonies. Goonies for me was the ultimate adventure film. You know, it was just a group of kids on an adventure. So much mystery, what's going on? Like, you know, they were wearing, like, they had Nikes on as well. You know, that sort of appealed to me as well. You know, watching a film, but aside from that, the whole story and the whole vibe for me, I just wanted to go on an adventure when I saw that film. I used to watch it over and over and over again. You know, even down to I can't remember his name, but hey, you guys, you know, such a great film, man. Such a great film, Goonies. And then going later on in life, Space Jam was a great film. You know, for me, I was a huge fan of Michael Jordan. Space Jam for me was amazing. Same way as Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Great film as well. All those sort of animation being incorporated into real life. Great film. But yeah, certainly Goonies was the one that stood out for me. And Star Wars, although was way before my time, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, man. But yeah, Goonies is up there for like my childhood, and E.T. as well. E.T. Amazing film, man.
Yeah, so just to recap for me, bro. So you had Goonies and Star Wars, yeah?
Yes, I had Goonies. I had bit later on, it was like Space Jam. Space Jam was you know, groundbreaking for me. I was a huge Michael Jordan fan as well. But yeah, E.T. as well. E.T. fantastic film. Brilliant.
Nice, man. So I've got the original VHS from when I was a kid.
Ah, sick.
One
Sick.
second. Jurassic Park.
Yeah, original Jurassic Park, man.
It even says it on the top. I don't know if it will show. Winner of 3 Academy Awards 1993. Now, man, this film changed my life. Like, even the logo just, I don't know, just does something for me. I don't know if it's nostalgia. Yeah, it's just so cool, man. Obviously, if you're not into sci-fi and stuff like that, you're not going to get it. But I just remember watching this, I think, on BBC One for the first time and seeing that scene where all those sort of chicken-looking dinosaurs are running where the field is, and there's like a flock of them, and they all run. I just remember seeing that as a kid, bro, and just being like, "Oh my god, like what have I just watched? Like it's so amazing."
It was groundbreaking for the time. It was groundbreaking, like the effects. But you know, it's just one of those films that, as a kid watching that, oh man, you got the whole box set as well.
No, this is a mug that I bought.
Okay.
When I used to live in London. I haven't used it yet because I'm trying not to I'm trying to preserve it, but basically it's like a heat changing one.
Okay, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that's nice.
Cold, yeah, man, I got it from
changing mug, yeah. Nice.
There we go. Yeah, so where did I get it from? I got it from Forbidden Planet in
Forbidden Planet in I know where it is. It's
Covent Road, that's the one, yeah. Because I used to work in Holborn. It was like the stop before. So literally after I finished work.
Nearby. Yeah.
Yeah, just walk there, man. So yeah, Jurassic Park, I'd say. Obviously I'm a 90s kid, so the first set of Star Wars was a bit boring. Not that I didn't like them, it's just the colors, obviously the technology weren't there for me to appreciate it. But the prequels, bro, I remember watching the first one. I've even got those on video as well downstairs.
But Menace.
Yeah, watching that with basically my auntie's brother-in-law, technically my uncle, but he's not my uncle, if that makes sense. But yeah, I remember him putting it on, and me as a kid, I was just there, like, just did not talk, did not move, because I was so engrossed in the Phantom Menace. Because obviously it's all CGI, it's all updated, it's all like, you know, Yoda's not some puppet. I think he was a puppet, but you know, you could actually
he was a puppet, yeah.
Yeah, so it was cool, man. The Phantom Menace, obviously Harry Potter. I know it's a bit later on.
Yeah.
I remember going to cinema to watch that, and I've got that on VHS as well, the original one, which is nuts. But yeah, chat, let us know, man. What's the sort of films? Obviously, you're letting us know as well in the comments.
Bro, 1995, we had Independence Day. For me, what a film, man. Honestly, like Independence Day, when that come out, I think I was about 13 years old. I remember going to like the cinema back then. We had like a coronet as well, and I remember watching it in a coronet. Damn, man, what a film! What a film for the time. Amazing. But you know, later on in life, you know, probably Menace to Society was a great film. Great message behind it and stuff like that. You know, more sort of serious. Sort of tones and stuff, but yeah, Goodfellas, amazing.
Yeah.
But I think we was talking about as a kid, or
do you know what? Just growing up. I mean, obviously,
growing up,
we weren't meant to, but there are certain films we've watched as a kid, you know, that we weren't really meant to be watching. But sometimes it's on, you know. Sometimes we ain't got nothing else to do. So, yeah, Goodfellas is definitely a shout. And films like that, you don't really get until you are old enough to obviously know what they're talking about. The certain sort of references, even like TV shows like Friends, for example, you can't appreciate that show until you're at least in your mid-20s. Do you know what I mean? Early 20s, maybe.
I'll tell you one I did remember just now, Short Circuit.
Okay, I don't think I've watched that, you know.
Short Circuit. Anyone in the chat who remembers Short Circuit, honestly, that film, like, it's
I feel like
crazy.
I don't know.
Remember the robot? It was Johnny Five.
I feel like I remember the robot, but I don't remember the film.
Yeah, I was only a little kid when it came out as well, but when they were smashing him up, I remember crying all the time. I was like, no, he's getting smashed up, and like falling my eyes out and stuff. Come on, man. If you guys watched Short Circuit, you know what I'm talking about. Everyone cried on that bit when he was getting smashed up. Come on, don't I don't want to hear it any other way.
Yeah, man. It's mental though, because you know when you think of certain films or shows, it triggers like emotions of exactly when you were watching it, when you like the certain time and period in your life, what your family were doing. Obviously, if you grew up with your family, maybe sometimes what you were wearing, like the smell, like everything is so crazy, bro. Like the nostalgia certain things bring. And I think with sneakers as well, it can do the same thing to you. Like with music, say you're going for a breakup and you're listening to like Drake or certain music, it's gonna trigger you, bro. You hear a certain song a few years later, 5-10 years later, like, oh, okay, that's who I was dating when I heard that song, kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. Yeah. So Labyrinth is a good shout, you know. That is a great shout. OG Star Wars, Seamus is saying. Good old Bowie with obviously Labyrinth. Yeah. Did you rob that from Blockbuster? No. I actually don't know where I got this from, you know. I genuinely can't remember. I know obviously my family got it for me when I was a kid. But I did nick a Bad Boys film, VHS from Blockbuster.
Big film.
Which was in the Blockbuster casing. So yeah, that film as well. Bad Boys 1 is one of those films that make me like nostalgia. Do you know what I mean? Just because we had the Blockbuster edition that has still been borrowed to this day. But yeah, that's somewhere. Shawshank Redemption.
Leon, for me, one of the greatest films of all time.
You know what? I've heard of that in terms of being a cult classic and stuff, but I've never watched it, bro.
Honestly, Leon. Oh man, the movie, the acting, the score, everything about that film was just sick. But that was obviously later on in life. I think Leon actually come out in 1995 as well, the same year that Independence Day come out. That was a sick year for films.
Yeah, Independence Day, bro. That's another one of mine. Like you said, I think because at the time, obviously, Fresh Prince, Will Smith was just killing it, bro. Men in Black, everything else. He was like The Rock. He was like how The Rock was when The Rock first started acting seriously. He was in everything. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, flops like Wild West and everything else, but he just couldn't do wrong, man. Like Will Smith just could not do any wrong at that point. And Independence Day, it was kind of those weird films because it was definitely a grown-up film. But if you like aliens and sci-fi, even as a kid, bro, you're gonna love that film. So yeah. Number 2 though, bro, they definitely missed the trick with Independence Day 2, not bringing him back, man.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah. Kudella's saying, before my time, but The Close Encounter of a Third Kind. Yeah. That was a bit before my time as well. But I know that film, like, I think I've seen it, you know, like reruns as a kid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird film. That used to scare me, though. I think it was more the lights and stuff used to scare me a lot. I think they did did they not retro, but did they bring it back? Did they re-release this?
I think so.
7 years ago. They redid it, didn't they? I think they did, yeah.
Big was another one of my favorites as well, Tom Hanks.
Oh, okay, yeah. Obviously,
when he turns into a kid.
Nah, I haven't watched it, man.
When he turns into an adult, sorry, he's a kid and then he turns into Tom Hanks. You've not seen Big?
Nah. I've heard of it though. I haven't seen it.
Sit down with your missis, yeah. Find it on any one of these channels or whatever. Watch Big. Honestly, it's a classic, man.
Yeah. Obviously Forrest Gump as well.
Yeah, Forrest Gump as well. But honestly, Big is like a classic, man. You gotta watch that.
Yeah. Seamus, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If you were watching Silence of the Lambs as a kid, there might have to be phone calls made, brother, because that film is horrifying. Even as an adult, it's so creepy, but it's so good.
Wait, Seamus, did you decide to become a chef off the back of watching Silence of the Lambs? I just want to know.
No one visit that restaurant, please. Nah, I'm messing. It's all love. Yeah, Seamus also saying Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Do you know what? As much as I love Harrison Ford with obviously Star Wars and stuff, Indiana Jones was so sick, but I don't think I've ever watched a full Indiana Jones film. I don't know what it is, man. No, so I tell a lie. The newest or second newest one I think I watched, but as a kid, I don't think I watched a full one. Yeah, but in terms of that era, like Spielberg, George Lucas, you know, those two especially, because they were so close in terms of friends. In E.T., there was obviously like references to Star Wars, and in Star Wars, there was some references to
Yeah.
E.T.
Where they were actually in the film, in
Yeah,
I think it was Phantom Menace or whatever, but
yeah,
where they're sitting in the council and you can
yeah,
see
yeah, yeah.
in there. That was kind of sick.
Yeah, there's a few of them in the on that sort of platform, isn't there? It's pretty cool, man. I'm trying to think other films that kind of. Oh, bro, I shouldn't have watched this film as a kid, but do you remember Tremors?
Yeah, Tremors. Tremors was wasn't even that scary, man. It
It
was like,
wasn't, bro, but imagine, like, I was just, you know what I used to do as a kid, yeah? After watching that film, I used to stand on the sofa and play a game where I can't touch the floor, just in case one of those those tremors used to come and get me, bro. I was so shook, man. But yeah, the first one scared the life out of me. It was so good.
Kevin Bacon, isn't it? Yeah, sick film.
Yeah, he was such
They
a
done
legend.
one,
Well, he is.
They done 2 and 3 as well. Belly, 90. Yeah, I remember Belly.
Yeah.
Sick film.
Yeah, Tremors, they did a few of them, but I think they overdid it. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them now. Excuse me. But Lord of the Rings still looks good to this day. Yeah, man. I think those sort of films, even Jurassic Park, like going back to this, they actually used I think it's the animatronics, someone else said. They actually used sort of the robot kind of T-Rex, I think it was the T-Rex. So that's what made it even more scarier and more lifelike and realistic. Obviously the velociraptors in the kitchen, bro. That scene, man, I don't think I've been the same since, but yeah, it was so good. It was so good.
The whole Jet Li era as well, you know, when they were making Romeo Must Die.
Oh yeah.
You know, when you had DMX in there as well, that era was brilliant as well.
So good, man. So good. There's so many, like, you know, when you can think of not just a film franchise, but an actor that had such like a golden era, you know, like Pierce Brosnan as well with the James Bond, bro. Like he's my James Bond. That's the one that kind of always will stand out. Like he had the banter, he had the wittiness, obviously the sex appeal to the ladies, that kind of vibe. The latest James Bond,
it was suave. He was the most suave one out of the whole lot, I reckon.
Exactly. Like he was a man's man. Like he used to make, obviously it's not right, but the sexist remarks, but it was like, as a man, you just kind of laugh at it at that time. And then Daniel Craig came along. He did an amazing job as well, but I feel like he was more action rather than personality.
Like robust, sort of, you know, I'm gonna do you if you know, like, action, you know what I mean? But
exactly.
Yeah, but there's some really good ones there on like Speed, Demolition Man, sick film.
Yeah,
Predator, man. Rambo, what else? Batteries Not Included. Oh my God, Fez. Bless. What a film. You know, that film for its time, was amazing. Because like to get the like floating robot and stuff in the film, it looked so cool, man.
Do you remember that film? Before I forget, I think it's called The Indian in the Cupboard. Do you remember that?
Wow, I totally forgot about that film.
Bro,
do you know what? I have to look at that now, honestly.
Do you know why I think of that film? Because my cousin had it on video and he lent it to me, bro. It was probably the film I watched every single day. Do you know what I mean? It was so good, bro.
Wow.
And for those who don't know the film, there's basically like a magic cupboard that he has. He puts these toys in there and they come alive after he opens it. Like, it's
and again,
so
bro,
good.
That was 1995. I'm telling you, 95 was the year for films. I'm telling you.
Wow. Let me share the screen. Yeah.
I'm going to do films released in 1995 because I'm sure that was a crazy year for films, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had Heat in 1995 as well. What a film.
25. Oh, Bronx Tale, bro. Do you remember that? What a film.
Bronx Tale.
What a film.
Casino, 1995 again. 7, 1995. Assassins, that was Antonio Banderas and Stallone.
Yeah.
Outbreak, Dustin Hoffman. Mortal Kombat was released in 95. The original.
I had that on video as well, bro. What a film.
Waterworld. Do you remember Waterworld? Kevin Costner?
No, I don't think I do, you know.
Waterworld, Apollo 13, Judge Dredd, Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah.
Bro, not a Die Hard with a Vengeance, 95.
Oh wow, that was 95.
Bad Boys, Braveheart. I'm telling you, 95 was probably the best year for films.
Yeah. So going back to this comment
Friday.
quickly. Friday. Oh man.
95.
Just going back to this comment. I've got the Darth Maul with his double lightsaber.
Ah, we smashed it. You got that from thing, didn't you?
I got it from Amazon, you know. Bro, it was like £10. It was on sale at £10. I was like, do you know what? Yeah. You get some gems on it. I got a lot of these figures from Amazon, but I always get them when on like sale.
Didn't plan it. You know, they do a lot of that stuff, you know, the figurines and stuff like that. They do.
Yeah, the Funkos and everything. Yeah, man, so cool, bro. Iron Giant. Oh my gosh, that film was amazing. I had that on video.
That was 95 as well.
That might have been, you know.
Bro,
or 98?
Bro, Jumanji was released in 95 as well.
Whew, what a film. What a film, bro. So this was like, wait. When was I? 99. I thought, yeah, 98, 99. Okay. Fair enough. So, oh my God. Vin Diesel played the Iron Giant.
No way. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Wow.
No way. That is mental. Wow. And Jennifer Aniston played the mum. Wow.
That's
whew, crazy, bro.
That's crazy, man. Bit of trivia there for you guys. If anyone wants to do a pub quiz.
Yeah. Oh, the Pokemon movie was hard, bro. I got that on Blu-ray, you know. The first movie, I got the trilogy. The first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, I think. And there was two more. The one with Entei. If you guys like Pokemon, you'll know.
Yeah.
DuckTales movie, pretty cool.
DuckTales, yeah.
Mighty Ducks, yeah. Cool Runnings. That was a pretty cool film.
Yeah, Cool Runnings. I remember.
The fun. Debbie Does Dallas. Mate, I'm not.
Come on now.
Pulp Fiction. I still have not watched that film, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of like a film I've always.
Pulp Fiction.
No, but bro, I've always attempted to watch it, but I'm like, I'm not really. But like, do you know? I don't know what it is, bro.
Some of the best lines in that film. The best line, honestly.
Reservoir Dogs, bad boy film. That's a bad boy film.
Why didn't you see Reservoir Dogs? Like, I don't get it.
No, bro. Trust me, I know, man. I went through a weird phase.
Yeah, go on.
No, I was gonna say I went through a weird phase where I was just like watching all these films, and then I went for another weirder phase where I got all these sort of films everyone was telling me to watch in terms of like, you know, cult classics and actual classics and stuff. But it was just like, I just don't get it. Maybe it's just where I was at the time in my life, or maybe I was too young and stuff like that. I don't know. But
yeah, for me, I like the golden age of like Snatch and Lock, Stock and all that. You know, when
Turkish.
The movies, what sick films, man. I mean, Vinnie Jones, you know, come onto the scene in Lock, Stock, and it was like, whoa, this guy is actually like, you know, he's not the best actor, but he's got that presence in the movies, you know.
Believable, isn't it?
Jones, it's crazy. But yeah, Lock, Stock and Snatch, great films, man.
Yeah, definitely. Even like all the Guy Ritchie films, man, it was just, we need that era back. Do you know what I mean? Where Daniel Craig popped on the scene. What was that film again? Where he was like the main character? I can't remember, but yeah, you guys know. Was it had Iron Layer Cake? That's it, Layer Cake.
That's it. Layer Cake was sick.
Yeah.
Dusk Till Dawn, Kill Switch. That's a great shout as well.
Wow, what a film! Even that series, bro.
All I'm gonna say about Dusk Till Dawn is Selma Hayek. Absolute crush. I've got to say that.
Yeah. But her and J-Lo, you know, the list, you have a list with your misses, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah, of course.
Where it's like a pass if you could ever.
Of course.
Yeah, those are two. Definitely there, bro. Yeah. Signs, Harry saying Signs, that film scared the life out of me, bro. And I watched that as an early teenager. So I was a bit shooken up.
Directed by Night Shyamalan. I'm not
I think it was, isn't it? Mel Gibson, the
Yeah.
lead.
Signs, director. I'm usually good with films. Let's have a look. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan. It's his type of film. It's
Yeah, so good.
M. Night Shyamalan, his style of movies is like playing on your subconscious. So you don't get to see a lot of what you think's going to happen, but it leaves it to your imagination. You're always constantly thinking, is it coming now? Is it coming now? Yeah, great film, man. And his latest one with Josh Hartnett is called Trap from last year.
I need to watch that. That's on my hit list.
I watched that with the wife last year, and honestly, great film, man. Great film.
Yeah, he did The Village as well. That was really good. I like that a lot. Where they pretend, or the village sets up the for it to be an olden town, and these monsters come out. Where in reality, well, no, I don't want to ruin it. But anyway, yeah, if you haven't watched it, go watch The Village and just watch that film. It's so good. Seamus is saying 7.
Seven's
bro.
Great.
Oh, that ending, man. Oh, it's so heartbreaking, honestly. Oh yeah, this is another one for me from Kill Switch. Event Horizon.
Scary film, man.
Yeah, and you know what's great about that film? That's kind of paved the way for a lot of sci-fi games. Like, if anyone's into games like Dead Space, obviously Callisto Protocol, which is kind of a spin-off of a Dead Space kind of thing. All these sci-fi horror films, without that film, there would be no great other sci-fi films and stuff.
If I had to pick a game that I liken to a movie but scared the living daylights out of me, was the original Resident Evil on the PlayStation.
Oh,
and we used to put the lights down low.
Yeah.
I used to, the jump scare bits. Oh my God. Like, and the music in the background, that eerie music. And there was always this one bit, like when you started the game and you go down the corridor, and then like the monsters like on the ceiling, and then you look up and you're like, oh.
I know. We're actually going to do a retro segment for gaming as well. Probably next stream actually. But we'll talk about like whether it is video games or even board games, you know what I mean? Because not everyone's into video games, but everyone's played board games at one point in their life. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that film, I used to go to my cousins, like begging him to let me watch him play it because I was too scared to play it. So I was like, bro, please play it. I want to watch it.
What's that, Resident Evil?
Yeah. But I was too scared to play it myself, man. I was shook. Yeah.
Even when I used to put the game on, right? And the PlayStation, the old school PlayStation sound would come on.
Yeah.
Even that would scare me before playing the game. I knew what was coming. I knew I was going to be in for a fright. You know what I mean? So,
that PTSD, bro, is kicking in.
Honestly, when you hear it, no, this is crazy,
bro. I just got to give props to the chat, man. Everyone in the chat. I'm trying to catch up, but I'm like 5-10 minutes behind because there's so many great films and great comments, man. I'm just going to single some out that I can resonate with, and Hass can give me a shout too if he sees any. Aliens, obviously that franchise is goated. Do you know what I mean? That scene in the first one where it pops out the stomach. Oh man, everyone remembers that scene. Ghostbusters. I mean, I don't think I was the biggest Ghostbusters fan. I remember the iconic scenes like the big marshmallow guy and everything else. But yeah,
Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
Home Alone.
Yeah. That, bro, just thinking, because of that film, you think you could survive on your own, even as a whatever year old you were. Do you know what I mean? Kiss of the Dragon, what a film.
Yeah, great film.
Wow. So Kudel is saying, I recently saw the original Alien movie in theaters for the anniversary last year, which was great. That is so cool, man. You can't beat that sort of cinema experience. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I'm glad. I think even Star Wars done it recently. I think 2019, I want to say, they did it with their anniversary for Phantom Menace. Predator's a great shout. Rambo as well. Just going, oh man, East is East. What a film, bro.
What a film. Honestly, East is East. Yeah, great film.
Do you know what? I've actually gone to where they've used to film it. Because they've knocked it all down now. They've built proper houses and stuff. Because that was like an old very old style houses back in the day. But yeah, it was filmed up north, man. It's pretty cool.
I'll tell you where I did go in Miami when I was on Ocean Drive.
Yeah.
They've got the actual hotel that Al Pacino used in the film Scarface.
Oh,
Yeah, and the actual Cadillac, which I took a picture of.
so with the chainsaw, that scene.
Yeah, so it's got
In the beginning, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's got it's all gated off there at the moment. But I took a picture of the Cadillac, which was used in the film as well. And if I can just get the picture to show you,
Yeah.
it's amazing, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Matthew.
is one of my favorite films as well.
Yeah, that was in the game, bro. I remember the game, man. That was so good. Matthew, Matthew's got my favorite Christmas film up, Jingle All the Way. That film, wow, Turbo Man. Yeah. It's Turbo time.
Man, the lengths that he goes to get the toy.
So good. Obviously, Green Mile. Never Ending Story as well, man. I remember that dragon. That was pretty scary, bro. I'm not gonna lie, even though it weren't meant to be.
This was the Cadillac. It's not. Is it gonna go through?
Is it gonna focus?
I'll manually focus it.
Go. Oh wow! Yeah. That's so sick.
Yeah. That's
so is it just parked up then, or what?
Yeah, it's just parked up.
Wow.
There you go. Crazy.
That's
man.
Cool, man.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. I think as well, when you go to certain like places as well, that makes it even sweeter. Like, I remember, we actually watched Lost again recently on Netflix, Lost the show. And I'm sitting there with my missus. I'm like, oh my God, this was filmed the same place as Jurassic Park. And she's there like, whatever, you nerd. And I'm thinking, no, I swear that's the same exact island as Jurassic Park, the first film. And I searched it up and I was like, yes. Like, my missus calls me Wikipedia because I'm always like, she was in that and he was in that. Yeah. He's from that. So that's crazy. Man.
We need to do a pub quiz one day. We need to do that pub quiz.
Yeah. No, we do, man. Even if it's not sneaker related, we got to do something like that.
100%.
Let's check the chat though. Couple more. That's pretty good. Edward Scissorhands, bro, I watched that in the cinema. My sister took me there, was there for about 20 minutes and left me to go on the phone. And I'm there like, what am I watching, bro? I was so shook.
Tim Burton. Yeah, Tim Burton's crazy, man.
Scary.
I love his films. I love his films.
Yeah, original Street Fighter film. Yeah. Amazing. Wow. Amazing, man.
M. Bison. And then you had Van Damme.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was stacked.
Even going back to like the golden era of actors, Jean-Claude Van Damme, he was one of them guys that Steven Seagal, that they couldn't do no wrong. Wesley Snipes, do you know what I mean? All these great actors, man.
The bit where Guile flexes his bicep and he's got the American flag on his bicep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So cool, man. But yeah, Dusk Till Dawn, obviously we've had that. Hass has read that. Die Hard as well. Robin Hood, yeah. Pitch Black, that was great. I like that franchise.
Pitch Black. You know what? I need to revisit. I need to watch that again because do you know what? Riddick, he was phenomenal in that film.
But that universe has got so much lore. I think they can dive into more.
100%. I mean, I'll tell you what I am reading at the moment. If anyone's interested in comics or anything like that, I subscribe to Marvel Comics. I think it's like £8 or £9 a month, but you got access to the whole library. And part of that library is the What If series they do. And they also do Aliens as well. So they do Aliens What If. So yeah, it gives you different scenarios. What if this happened? What if that happened? And you got so many different things because Star Wars, Aliens, it's all the comics are done by Marvel. So you can get a great catalog from there.
That's cool, man. I recently got an extra 3 month, free month subscription for Disney Plus. So I love the What If series by Marvel. Like, I think it's amazing. Like the animated series. Yeah. I think they just done season 3.
Yeah, I watched it on the plane on the way to Miami.
So good. Yeah.
All 10 episodes or 9. I think it was 9 episodes.
Yeah, so good, man. Do you know what? I think there was one episode I weren't really that much of a fan of. I think it was the Agatha one. I was like, this is a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Agatha Harkness one, but it had to tell the story between the Celestials and stuff. So
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think it was like a gap filler, if you know what I mean.
To build up for the next, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see where they go with that, though. I know it's a bit off topic, but because it kind of feels like how they ended it. Obviously, no spoilers, but it was like, okay, we've told this story now. Do you know what I mean? With the Watchers and whoever become a Watcher or whatever. That would be interesting. But in terms of what other stuff, like Lou's saying, she was into manga, or into manga, classic film, Ghost in the Shell, man. Technology was before its time. Very similar though, in terms of AI and stuff. There was that film, what was that film called? Where Oscar Isaac, I think he's the creator of the AI robot. Was it something Machina? Ex Machina?
Ex Machina.
Yeah. Bro, that film messed me up as well. Yeah. I know it's not as a kid, but that film was like, oh my God,
bro. You remember Spawn?
I remember the villain. I just don't remember the film.
Spawn was based off the comics as well.
Yeah.
For its time, it was absolutely amazing. If anyone remembers Spawn, I think they're lobbying to actually make the film again because it was Michael J. White, basically.
Okay.
Michael J. White?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is dangerous, man. He's just that guy's a weapon. But yeah, it was Michael J. White.
Wow, man. Yeah, even some of these films I'm seeing in shows, Matrix, that's another film, bro. I was mesmerized.
But again, they killed it with the Revolutions.
Yeah, what did they do that for, man? Like this latest one was
so whack.
Cash grab.
You know what? The first two was the best, in my opinion.
Yeah. But what was the last one they were called? It was called not Revelations. That's the third one, isn't it? What was the last one?
Yeah, it was the last one I'm talking about as well. It was just I can't remember the name, but it was a disaster for me. It was a disaster. They just tried to do
Resurrections. That's it.
Resurrection. Yeah, they tried to do the same thing like from the first movies, and it just why? Like why? Just leave
what, bro? They tried to do exactly what Star Wars did with The Force Awakens. Like they tried to reboot it, but keeping old characters in, and it just didn't work.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to leave things as they are, you know, because they're a classic on their own, you know.
And the fact, that they didn't bring back Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus.
Oh, it's criminal. It's criminal.
Just stop it there, bro. Just don't even make the film.
What are you doing?
Honestly. It just makes no sense, man. But yeah, Kane saying the nostalgia has been unlocked. I'm going to buy some VHS tapes now.
That's coming back now. The old CRT monitors, VHS. You can actually grab a TV with the VHS slot in it, which is what I used to have back in the day, man. What those days were
elite. I think there's like more sort of shops popping up now where you can actually rent stuff from. Because obviously digital media is great, the convenience is amazing, but say you've got Netflix and Disney Plus and Amazon, but the film or show you want to watch is on, I don't know, Hulu or HBO. It's just like, I'm not paying 70, 80 quid a month just to watch everything. Do you know what I mean? You might as well just buy stuff. Like,
so if we're going back to, 90s nostalgia, I miss the whole vibe of, being able to get down to a Blockbusters on a weekend or a Friday night, right?
Yeah.
And you know that you're going to pick 4 or 5 films, you bring it back on a Sunday or a Monday or whatever, but it was an event in itself. The whole build up, the excitement, going back home, getting the popcorn and the munchies ready, everyone sitting around the TV, not worrying about, we're going to download it or whatever. It was just, the whole occasion was like a night out, but there's sort of none of that left anymore. Like now, it's almost like there's nothing to watch because you've got everything at your fingertips, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Everything's just become so convenient and easy, but you'd make a night of it back in the day, even like renting games. I remember renting games for the PlayStation, back in the day.
Same, bro,
even the Master System, which I used to have a Sega Master System or a Mega Drive.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, bring it back home. You try and clock it over the weekend and stuff. just the vibes, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
times change. Times change. We'll be sitting here in the next 20 years, or someone else will be sitting here in the next 20 years. They'll be saying, "Oh, do you remember when we can download stuff now?" You know, those were the days. But it'll be something different.
It'll be like loaded into your head on a chip or
Yeah, like
VR or something.
you just sit down on your chair like this and close your eyes and you watch the whole film.
Mental, innit? Mental.
And you'll press a button on you somewhere, do not disturb, like you're just there like that, just watching the film.
And you'll just pair up with someone next to you with like I don't know, hold a cable or something. You're both watching the same film at the same time. It's mental, man. But
that's crazy.
no, bro, yeah, trust me, man. It was an event like back in the day. I remember first getting my PlayStation 1. And then I remember going Blockbuster, getting Spyro the Dragon, buzzing, absolutely buzzing, coming home with it. Do you know what I mean?
My first PlayStation come with Spyro the Dragon, I remember. And it always also used to come with the demo. The demo used to be Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, sick. That game was sick as well.
So good, man. So
good. I
Yeah.
remember buying, I think it was in Curry's. I remember going in and buying my first PlayStation 2.
Okay.
My thing's gone. I'll just replace my battery, but I'll talk anyway. My first PlayStation 2 in Curry's, and I remember coming back home with it because they had the DVD drive in it, and you can actually watch movies.
Yeah.
And I remember watching, I think the very first DVD I watched on the PS2 was Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence.
Oh, what a film, man. Yeah. What a film.
Sick film.
Just do whilst Hass is doing his camera, Stringer's saying big game for Arsenal tomorrow to close the gap. Now, I think Liverpool drew 1-1. But bro, I'm not even, this year, as much as I got this t-shirt behind me, I've just clocked out of football, man. I don't know what it is. Like, I just can't be bothered.
It's over for Arsenal.
We're playing Hass's team tomorrow. So if we lose that, even draw, I'm done for the season, bro. I'm just focusing on my fantasy team. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Friars is saying, do you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
You got to, innit? I think you got to.
Yes, 100% yes.
Yeah, I think you have to. Love the Muppets Treasure Island. What a film. Do you remember Hook, actually?
Yeah, Hook.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman. Yeah.
What a film. Oh, man.
I just want to take like a whole month off and just watch the whole lot every day for a month.
Just nostalgic films, isn't it? That'd be so cool. Cadella saying, you guys mentioned Home Alone, and that photo of young Macaulay Culkin in the Carmine Sixes is iconic.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think with all these retros of like iconic shoes, the 90s really built up that legacy for these shoes, like Jordans especially, because you had the likes of Space Jam, obviously, even Fresh Prince, with his
Goonies I was talking about, the old school Nike, the old school Jordans they were wearing in that as well.
Yeah. All these shoes, it's like they may not have been official marketing partners or whatever, but just to be able to see those shoes in the films as a kid growing up, or even as a young adult, you're like, wow, I need those shoes, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? It was crazy.
Even the Cortez in Forrest Gump,
yeah.
Like looking at his Cortez, like thinking, damn, those are clean. Like, just him wearing those shoes were like iconic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even I don't know if you remember at the time, but the original Batman, he was actually wearing Jordans in that as well.
Yeah.
It was restructured for him in the film, so they've done it like a boot sort of thing.
Yeah. Even those films, bro, that original Batman, the original sort of, is it Tim Burton? I think it was Tim Burton. That sort of with George Clooney flipping, what's the geezer's name that played the Vulture in Spider-Man? The one that played Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton. Yeah, he was Batman as well.
Sorry, Seamus, you're right. It is Air Trainer 3 he had, not Jordans. You're right. I just remembered.
No, I swear he had Jordans on. I think
it was Air Trainer 3. I think Seamus is right.
I swear it was the Jordan 6, no?
I remembered it as Jordan as well, but I do remember something about Air Trainer 3. I might be wrong. I'm
No,
sure he
it's
wore Air
Jordan
Trainer 3.
6s. Look, it's these ones.
Was it?
Because they restructured. I remember this clearly. It was a Michael Keaton film. Yeah, see, look, he signed it as well. Custom Jordan 6s.
It was Jordan 6s. I'm sure he wore Air Trainer 3 as well. If you type it in.
It might have done as well, yeah, I remember. But I remember seeing these pictures.
If you type, this is what I remember, but I also remember Air Trainer 3.
Okay, let's have a look. 1 second. Jordan 6. Right. Air
Trainer 3.
4. Oh, yeah. They must have wore both, though. Because obviously,
I'm not losing my mind then.
No. So these, I think, were the 89. So the first Batman, I believe.
Yeah.
With Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Yes, sir.
And then obviously, I definitely saw the Jordan 6s as well. But yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire, what a film, man. What a film. And my neighbor, I used to have a neighbor who had like three girls, basically, and obviously the mum. But they were like very close to my auntie, and we all like, it was proper chummy. So yeah, the 3 sisters I got on very well with. They had that film, bro. They used to have to borrow that film off me because I borrowed it so much. Like, that's how bad it was. Wow. But yeah, what a film. That's Robin Williams. That's his golden era, man, honestly.
I'll tell you what shoes they released last year, which was kind of iconic in a film, which was in Aliens.
Which ones?
And that was the Reebok Stomper.
Let's have a look. Hold on. You know what? We could do a whole segment on shoes in films. That would be so cool.
Reebok released them last year, I believe. That's the one.
Oh man! Wow.
Yeah. They were iconic after the film because Ripley had them on.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I think we'll do a segment on shoes in films, like whether it is just the nostalgia or current films as well. Because even like, for instance, Spider-Man, Tom Holland, he has a few fire Air Max 1s and Jordan 1s that he wears in the films. Do you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's a lot of actors who are like, Ben Affleck, I think it is. Ben Affleck's got a mad collection.
Yeah,
he's always out in like either Jordans or Dunks or anything. You know, there's a lot of actors out there who love their shoes.
Yeah, of course, man. Because Ben Affleck, he had a part to play in the the Jordan film. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, man, even the deals at HMV, man, what a shout! I remember that.
DVDs for £10. Sick.
Yeah, so cool. Do you know what? I actually bought the Harry Potter Blu-ray set for like, how much did I buy it for? £4, I think, on eBay, bro. And it was like mint condition. Yeah. I got to double check it. I swear it was like £4, man. It was mental. Yeah, we bought The Sopranos recently as well for like £20, the whole series.
Yeah, my stepson wants to watch The Sopranos. He's at that age now. He's like, I can't find it anywhere. You've got to pay for it. Like, why is it on Netflix? But yeah, Sopranos is a great show. Kill Bill, the Asics she was wearing, iconic again.
See, look, I don't know if it's going to focus. 1 sec. 450. You can see that second thing I bought. It says 450.
Yeah, that's crazy. 450. Mad. The whole
that's
lot.
So cool. Yeah, the whole. I think 1 to 7 it is on Blu-ray.
What Broski's not telling you is that he had to fork out another £200 for the Blu-ray player, so even that, yeah.
Another £80 import fees. Luckily, I got my PS5 and 4, man, to see me through with the Blu-rays. But yeah, I've been trying to get into the habit of buying physical stuff like collections, obviously limited edition games and films. Because I know the way like marketplaces are going digital. Like digital games, some of them are being stopped. Films that like 28 days later they're bringing out a new film. 28 years later,
yeah, we saw the trailer last week. Yeah,
it was like almost impossible to try and watch. I think the first film. I think 28 weeks later is on Disney Plus. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's nuts, man. it's so good chopping up about nostalgia. I know it's not really sneaker related or at all.
Look,
But
everything sort of goes hand in hand. Like we sort of, like, you might think we've deviated away from sneakers, shoes, whatever, but you know, everything sort of marries with each other. Everything goes hand in hand. Like movies go with shoes, you know, music goes with shoes. Everything still comes back and relates to shoes. So, you know, the fact that we switch it up from now and then, you know, it doesn't mean that we've deviated away from it. We still come back to it because they're all synonymous with each other. So
yeah, exactly, man. And the thing is, it's what makes us as collectors fans of stuff, whether it is sneakers, films, music, whatever, man. It's all part of it. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But yeah, Hass, I think we're gonna start wrapping up anyway. The 2 hours have just flown by, bro. It's been great to have you back, man. Next week we'll, do you know what I'm thinking? If we stick to Tuesdays, that might be better for me, you know. In the chat, comment on the video after it goes live, whether you want to see Mondays or Tuesdays. Obviously, it's up to Hass as well. Whatever works best for all of us as a whole. But Mondays did work good because everyone's on a slump from Monday. You know, you just want to be cheered up as well. But I feel like with Tuesdays, a part of me is thinking it kind of helps you get through the hump of the week in a sense. But yeah, either way, let us know in the comments what's best for you. Obviously, I'll speak to Hass off camera as well to see if that's all good for him. Next week too, we'll think of another nostalgic segment, another retro segment. It's been amazing just seeing the chat, unlocking those memories. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Hass, bro, obviously, if you've got anything else to say, if not, just shout out your bits, bro. Where can people find you?
Yeah, usual place, man. I'm on Instagram, HB Kicks. Find me on there, always posting up stuff, whether it's new shoes, old shoes, just designing some different pictures for you guys. You know, I'm always on there. So you can also catch me on Sunday, I believe, on My Soul's Fly. Erkin was on there last week on Sunday. If you guys haven't seen it, by the way, what a great pod, man. What a great pod. Go back, watch it on YouTube. And I think there's a link on their Instagram as well, My Soul's Fly. Brilliant. You guys chopping it up. I was watching it in Miami. I sat somewhere, had a coffee, watching it, commenting on the show. Brilliant. So make sure you get over there and give those guys a follow as well. My Soul's Fly. Absolutely amazing guys, and I'll be on there on Sunday chopping it up with the lads, so make sure you tune in. That will be probably around 8 p.m. ish, so we'll keep you posted. And then on the 22nd, I've got 22nd of Jan, I'll be on a pod with Prozac as well, so that's another one. I'll let you guys know the time and stuff, so you guys can tune in, man. But yeah, that's about it, really.
Amazing, man. Yeah, obviously, I totally forgot, but it was an amazing convo with Ralph and Smalls. Just talking about my journey with content creation, sneakers. They asked some amazing questions where it kind of brings you back and makes you think like, oh, where did this start? And when did I think about that? And so, yeah, they got a great platform, very nice lads, proper chilled out. And turns out they got a lot of mutuals as well, which is always amazing to see. I saw Hass in the comments talking about the pack of chlorophylls, which I'm just going to ignore at this point. But look, 2025, we'll get them, bro. We will, man. I promise you. But yeah, obviously look out for Hass on the live on Sunday. I think it'll probably be at 7 or 8. They normally go around 7 or 8 UK time. So just follow them. Follow Hass, obviously, if you're not already. Prozac as well. Obviously, he's one of the GOATs in terms of interviews and podcasts. What I'm going to do straight after this, I'm going to sort of export the live as well and pull it on podcast platforms. So if you guys are at work, you want to watch it back or just miss the live completely, you can watch it as an audio, listen to it as audio on Spotify or Apple Music. Yeah, man, you know, just trying different things on the channel and for the content. As always, we're going to catch you next week. Just make sure you click the link in the description for the Discord or Instagram, obviously, to keep updated when we're going live next, whether it is Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, man, obviously till next week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for rocking with us. And yeah, man, Happy New Year. Bro, let's get them kidneys on the pre-order because this one's gonna be it's gonna be an expensive year, broskies. But thank you for watching, and yeah, as always, catch you next week. Peace.